Sorry guys, I'm back. This is going to be part 2. Didn't realize that the time was running out. I was actually worried that the extra 2 or 3 seconds added into the video would make it so I couldn't upload it. I would have been really pissed off about that. But anyway, this is Caliber Idiocracy part 2. So back to what I was saying. I was saying that, pretty much carry a gun that you're comfortable with, that you have faith in, that makes you feel comfortable. You don't need a Glock, okay? You don't need a 1911 on your daily carry to feel comfortable. At least I don't. I could walk out of the house with a 25 and have 10 rounds ready and feel safe, at least to an extent. Why? Because I know for the most part, now this isn't going to always be the case, but I know for the most part, you're going to face people with knives in their hands, and this right here is already a cut above both. Now, it's not something I want to get into a gunfight with, and that's why I tell you that this should not be your primary carry gun. Now this, my dad's gun, can be a primary carry gun that you could have confidence in. Now, no semi-automatic, no gun in general is foolproof. I think that you have a better chance of reliability with a revolver than a semi-automatic, but the semi-automatic clearly is better overall in a gunfight, so long as it works. And yes, they will usually work. Okay, take care of your guns. You won't have a problem too much. Have any quality problems or issues, go to the manufacturer, send it back for repairs immediately, and just take care of the gun, and you should have it for a very long time, and it should be a reliable carry weapon. A Derringer, in my opinion, is something to throw in the pocket to carry down to a grocery store, something to carry down a liquor store, or something like that. Something quick that you can get out and fire 2 rounds and get the hell out. On an everyday person, this would be a second or third string weapon. It would not be my first choice. Doesn't mean it's a bad choice. It just means that, the 2 rounds can affect the situation overall. Now, while this is my first gun that I have received, I have another one that I should be getting this week, and it's a revolver. And you know what? I wouldn't feel undergunned with a snub-nosed revolver and this little guy carried together. I really wouldn't. I'd feel safe. And with revolvers, you could always use a speed loader or two. It helps. So that's that. I'm not trying to rant to you guys. I'm not trying to preach to you guys. I'm trying to do this to help you, so that you know that that this knowledge is important. That not knowing your calibers can be fatal, not just to you, but to a friend, to a family member, to yourself. It's or some innocent bystander. And a lot of people want these high caliber weapons because they want to be able to shoot through car doors or shoot through, something like that. Now you got to ask yourself, if you miss, then what? You got your AK-47, you got your 50 caliber rifle, a 50 caliber pistol. Goes through the car, but you miss the guy and hit somebody else and kills them. Now what? You got to have the right caliber for the situation. Personally, if you're new to guns, if you don't have the money to spend on a lot of guns, you just need one gun, get yourself a 9mm. Now again, that's going against what I said earlier about you choosing the right caliber. You know what, this might not be the caliber for you, but the reason why I say get this one first is because it's cheap to shoot. You get used to shooting with some recoil. You still have the dependability of a center fire. I'm saying if you don't have a lot of money, this is something that you should look at. I'm not saying overall go with a 9mm, because as I said earlier, this is not my first choice for a gun. Now, if you have a little bit more money, if you can afford the ammunition, you're recoil sensitive, whatever, there are other options. You can go with, you can go with a 32. You can go with a 380, a 32 ACP. You can go with a 25 ACP. Those calibers are not as strong, but I have no problem carrying them. They don't bother me one bit carrying. A good choice. Another good choice is a 38. Okay, a choice. Okay, it's your choice to carry what you carry. You have your reasons, and I have mine. No one should, put somebody down for the caliber that they choose. You got to realize something, guys. There are people that are pro-gun and gun owners, and there are people who are not. We have to stick together. You know what I'm saying? We have to stick together, united, because there are people out there that want to take away our rights. And when it comes down to it, are you really going to care if a guy carries a 22 for self-defense, or are you going to care for the fact that he is fighting to help you keep your gun? Something to think about. Before you start putting people down, oh, he's a pussy because he carries a 22. Oh, he can't use a high-powered weapon because he's recoil sensitive. No. That's not right. And a lot of people carry these lower calibers because they are partially disabled, partially paralyzed. And I'll tell you what, they have put down their fair share of people. 25s have put down people, and they're considered the weakest of all the calibers as far as the cartridges go. Obviously, this is the weakest, but yeah, all these will get the job done. It's nothing that you need to stress too much about. Go out, pick up a couple of guns, and you know what? Sometimes I don't just choose a gun for its caliber. I choose it for the way it feels in the hand, the ergonomics. Ergonomics are going to play a big factor in your concealed carry, in your everyday carry. It's got to be comfortable in your hand. If it's not, you're not going to be happy with it. Why I don't like Glocks. Yes, it sounds weird. I do not like Glocks because they feel like shit in my hands. I cannot stand the way Glocks feel in my hands. I'll probably never own a Glock. If I do, like I said before, it'd be the Glock 22. I'd really have to get used to it. To be totally honest with you, I'd prefer something like a Ruger over a Glock because it's more comfortable in my hand. 1911 is a very ergo-friendly gun. It's heavier, but it's built like a tank. It's got the curvature, the comfortable feel in hand. So they're pretty nice guns. And it sounds weird, but I like snub-nose revolvers in hand. And not the ones with, enough room for 3 fingers. I like it with the 2 fingers. Sounds weird, that's a preference of mine. I've held a Smith & Wesson model 642, and let me tell you, in my hand, that thing felt so good. And it probably wouldn't to a lot of people, but you know what? Once again, it's your preference, and how it feels in your hand is what matters. A good 380 pistol was the Ruger LCP. Now, that thing was very comfortable in hand. I'll tell you that right now. I had never felt a pocket pistol more comfortable than that. So, something else I would be looking at. Although, you have to remember, it's a snappier gun. It's a blowback gun. But, guys, this is something for you to consider. Now, overall, what would be the best choice for a first gun? Of everything here in general, in all calibers. You want to know the truth? This. The 22 is the best introductory caliber out of all calibers because it's the cheapest to shoot, and has no recoil, and it gives you the chance to learn all the basics to safe gun handling. And yes, it can be used to put somebody down if need be. Although it is not as particularly reliable, it can be done. Now, if you're on a budget, some guns I would consider would be a Heritage Rough Rider, because those guys, those guns are actually very affordable, and they're built pretty well. I'm looking at getting one at some point. And if you have a little more money, a Ruger Single 6, you have the Ruger Mark III, the Browning Buckmark series. Those are all good starter guns. And if you don't have a lot of money, you can get yourself a little Cobra Derringer 22 long rifle. Something to get you used to it, So, well, I hope this helps everybody. I really did put an honest amount of time and effort to try and make this video as nice as I possibly could. I know sometimes the camera shakes. It's very hard to sit still, especially in my current condition, which is not good. It's very painful. But listen, guys, I appreciate you watching, and I hope this does help somebody. And I hope this knowledge gets passed on to somebody else, and it can help them too. Thanks for watching. Piedmonte89 out.